First step of this process is to take the spacer, or make sure that it's there, but put the spacer on the reverse idler. You can see how that fits against the reverse idler gear. The next two parts you put in place are the selector shafts, and the one with the two forks on it goes over the reverse gear, so you get it past the selector shaft and put the reverse selector shaft, and you put the bronze selector shaft over the reverse gear. The tang, or the snout sticking towards the rear of the gearbox, and then you take the front selector fork and put it over the synchro in the front. Okay, next you take the gasket that goes between the tailpiece and the gearbox, and you put that in place, slide it over. No Permatex or gasket material is needed. Next thing you do is you put the thrust washer onto the end of the tail shaft over here, and then you start sliding the tail shaft into place. There's a couple of major interfaces here that you have to put in. First thing you do is get it across, get these tangs through the gearbox back wall and onto the bearing in the back, and then install the spool. Okay. You put the spool in place, the selector shaft spool. There is a triangular tab that goes to the front of the gearbox. I put it in wrong the first time. So this triangular tab goes to the front, and the half semicircle goes to the back. Then you line up the reverse idler shaft, the selector shaft with the hole in the front, and you put everything together and line up your gasket so that it's facing or lining up to the holes. Okay. Also, got to get this in place. There, okay, that's in place. You put the selector plate in. Again, it's offset, and the selector plate goes in, or sorry, the retaining plate, I should say, goes in. Like that. Okay, and then we put through the front, we put the selector fork shaft in place. And then through the back wall. This is a lot easier when you're not talking on the video. There, and it is flush between the the two bulkheads of the gearbox. Again, put the selector shaft back in place. Okay. That puts everything back together. There is a pin that needs to go into the front of the selector shaft, and that needs to be driven in. We'll do that in a minute. I have to first get the all the gears back together here. Something doesn't look right. You may have to assemble and reassemble this a couple times before you get the right orientation. You should have the T shaft here going into the spool when you're inserting it, and then this of course will go in place once everything is all together. Now I'll put the shaft back in. No, I'm going to wait until I get everything bolted up before I put those in. This gets bolted in. I'm going to put a temporary bolt in for now, just to get it lined up. Okay, I've got the spool lined up properly now, and all the engagements in place with the reverse gear lever. I've got the half moon facing down in the gearbox and the triangle facing sort of up. I can now get the selector forks to line up. So now I'm just going to slide the shaft in place through the selector forks and through the back of the gearbox. Next I'll put the retaining sleeve or the retaining plate in place, and that is the top end of the gearbox. The next thing we'll end up doing is putting in the pin to hold the selector shaft in place. We'll drive that in with a ball peen hammer, and that will retain the shaft so that doesn't come out.